creatives. Let me hope you are doing well, you are fine. This is Munye Scripts from Munye Scripts Life Style and Gary Films Production. Today we are going to be basically looking at why do we need a team as creatives, as people who are already influencers, as someone who is creating something that is to be consumed by people, whether you are into production of books, production in publishing, anything, newspapers, books, novels, anything. Okay, so why would we need to have a team as creatives? You see, I'm already holding my phone, I'm like talking to you, and none of my hands is holding a camera, so someone is already holding a camera for me. That is a team. So I could not do it as I hold this phone and again as I shoot. So I'm already working with someone. Those are some of the reasons why we need a team. So today as creatives, why do we need a team? I'm doing some farming. So what is a team basically? So a team is, let us put it in a layman language. A team is a group of people, so, or a group of companies that are fighting to achieve the same goal or to head to the same goal. So as a creative, why would you need to have a team? Okay, so we need to have a team to see that at least we can make up, okay, or we can get to our goals earlier. Because as we start up our talents, we start as single people, okay, or people fighting to a certain goal. When you are alone, a person fighting to a certain goal, and you are alone, okay, with your dream. But we happen to form teams to see that at least they give us some help, some support, because we cannot do everything as creatives. As someone who is creating content, you can't be on Snapchat, get to Facebook, get to YouTube, secure live performances, then go to production, then manage your costumes. So we cannot handle all of that. But with a team, you can get a publisher, you can get a music manager, you can get an agent, and some other people. So we are going to be looking at the 7 key members of a team. Okay, so those are like the people that you should at least consider seeing that you have. But before we consider that, let us also look at, okay, before we may consider the 7 members, could we try to discuss how do we form a team? So what would you consider when you're choosing people to be your team? So there are basically no criteria that you should look at mainly, that this, and this. But what you should consider is your experience and what goal are you heading to. Have you set a goal for maybe a year, for 5 years, that within the 5 years I want to be at this level? So after like setting up the goal, now you look at hiring people to see that at least they can drive you to that goal. Then besides that, the other thing that you may also consider as you set up that, say you have a certain goal you would want to achieve, so you choose a team that will help you achieve it. As you choose a team, because you are someone who is beginning, you have no enough money maybe to pay off everyone, you can consider starting up with your family members. Then you give family members certain tasks, and that applies to the team that you are basically paying also. If you happen to pay people, so you give them tasks, so you allocate tasks to every team member, so that you divide the work and you see that each runs to a specific goal. Then the other thing that you may also consider as you form your team that you would want to work with as a creative is look at their capabilities, then allocate them work according to their capabilities, what they can handle. So let me give you some of the key members of your team that you would consider. So now I tried to make some research over those points, those members that you basically need as a musician. So we need a music manager. So this person is to manage you, like he should have knowledge, okay, he should have knowledge of the music ins and outs. Okay, so this person should have knowledge about music, how, and should also consider, like, should be with you from branding, the first step of branding to the last step of branding, and should have knowledge about the ins of music and outs, or should have knowledge about that something that you're basically doing. So we need live agents. These are people that are to help us, basically. These are people that are to help us get us live concerts and we need publicists. These are people that are basically going to be getting our image and brands basically to people, our new content, and these are people that are going to be dealing with photographers, news publishers, and these will hope to see that at least our image towards people is good and attracting. Then we need radio presenters. This is the fact that radio plays have not yet so far died out, so we need to have people that are to help us see that we get to radio stations, our music, our content is played on radio stations or TV stations. Then we need music publishers. Like, these are people that are basically going to be helping us see that they win us synchronization rights and get our music to movies, adverts, and a lot of stuff. Then we need lawyers. Okay, these are people to see that at least we do the right thing at the right time. Okay, then when we come to distributors, we need distributors to get both international and local distributors, and these are people that are basically, or companies that are basically going to be getting our music to different streaming platforms, because we may not have the energy to look out for every streaming platform and get our music there or our creative content. So I think with that, at least we've got to know why we need a team and basically what is the importance of having a team. So I'm here doing some farming, but why am I able to do that farming this side? Because I know that my team is already doing something, okay, to see that at least, yes, for me I have to create content, but they have to do, each has to do his part. Okay, so that is the reason why we need to have a team. Remember, you can earn from creating your content by signing up to our platforms that are basically to help you sell your content and you earn. Okay, and those are platforms that are called, and these platforms are called latestugmusic.com and latestugmusic.online. Both of these platforms you can upload from music, books, novels, audio plays, a lot of stuff can be uploaded, themes, plugins, apps, softwares, a lot of stuff. And remember also, you can advertise with us on latestugmusic.xyz. So post your listing, post if at all you are looking for a job, post if at all you are basically advertising for a job, whether in music, whether in film production, whether in anything that you may think of, teachers, and besides that, you can also advertise any other thing. Say you're selling anything that you happen to be selling. Advertise with us at cheaper prices on latestugmusic.xyz.